What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you today? I hope that your day is going fine. If not, I hope tomorrow gets better. Today, we're going to get into a reaction from Uncle Reese saying that you love me. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I hear you saying that you love me, but we haven't talked in a minute. I hear you saying that you love me, your time, how do you spend it? I hear you saying that you love me, but we haven't talked in a minute. I hear you saying that you love me, your time, how do you spend it? I waste a lot of time being Christian. Focused on the title, not the mission. Focused on the menu, never on submission. I'm losing your vision, but call it television. Focused on my idols, I want that respect, I want the fame and the name. Followed by that blue check, run me that check. I'm focused on provision, want to set a price for my shows with no issues. Focused on the artistry and killing them with lyrics. Focused on the art in me and not the Holy Spirit. I waste a lot of time being Christian. Focused on the title, not the mission. Let's go. I hear you saying that you love me.
It's a whole lot saying right there.
Talked in a minute. I hear you saying that you love
Sound
me.
like it's conviction.
Your time, how do you spend it? I hear you saying that you love me, but we haven't talked in a minute. I hear you saying that you love me, your time, how do you spend it? Don't waste a lot of time being Christian. Focused on the title, not the mission. Focused on the nominations and division, losing the vision, calling it tunnel vision. Focused on the building, neglecting the church, building a legacy instead of God's work. You filled up the building and bought a new spot just to make it to the gate to him say, I know you not. If you love me, you thinking of me with your actions. The only time you come is when you asking. If I delay my response, would you turn on me? Would you still call me good? Would you learn from it? Would you cast me away and say I don't exist? Or would you cling to my word and my promises? Don't waste a lot of time being Christian. Focused on the titles, not the mission. I hear you saying that you love me, but we haven't talked in a minute. I hear you saying that you love me, your time, how do you spend it? I hear you saying that you love me, but we haven't talked in a minute. I hear you saying that you love me, your time, how do you spend it? I hear you saying that you love me.
Okay, so I knew the line that he was saying sounded familiar. When he was like, wasted a lot of time being Christian. I forgot how he said it. But that cadence, I know that it was Kanye West inspired. If I'm not mistaken, I know, I believe it. I believe it was Kanye West inspired because I think it's Hands on Kanye's album. It was a song with Fred Hammond and Kanye West. And Kanye West, it was the same cadence, and I knew it sounded familiar, but it just came back to me, you know. So if you ever listen to Hands On by Kanye West and Fred Hammond, you'll see what I'm talking about with that little bit of cadence. But overall, you know, it's hard for me to be biased against Uncle Reese. I've been listening to him for a while, and he's from Florida, so it's going to be hard for me to be biased. And it's not even me being biased. He don't really have music that I don't like. You know, I pretty much like, I can't tell you how many songs of his I don't like. So let's put it like that. But this song sounds like a song of conviction. Yeah, it sounds like a song of checking. It sounds like a song saying, okay, this is what I've been doing lately. I've been saying I've been doing one thing, but I've been doing another thing, and I'm just gonna put it out of my mouth, say it out of my mouth, so I can hear myself and correct my actions. And as I'm doing that, hopefully I can help someone else too. Because, you know, looking at ourselves is the hardest thing to do, because a lot of times we could justify our actions. We could find a way to justify what we're doing instead of saying, nah, you know, I'm wrong right here. I'm wrong right there. But even in that, you know, listening to the title of the song, saying that you love me. You say you love me with your mouth, but what actions do you show? If you say you love me, how do you show me that? How do you really prove that? And that's a conversation he's having with God, And if you can't understand it that way, think about a relationship that you're having with somebody. If a person say that they love you, but they do nothing that affects you and shows you love or make you feel love, they just saying it, but you don't feel that. You don't get what I'm saying? That's just what he's saying. Imagine how God feels. You say you love me, and he even said it. The only time that you come is when you're asking. A lot of times, that's when we do go. And we and a lot of people say that's what we're supposed to do, right? Yeah, that's true. But just think about it: if you have a friend and you see this friend all the time, but the only time they really come to you with a good conversation is when they need something from you. They never come to say, hey, how can I help you? Hey, how you doing? Hey, I just want to hear your voice. I just want to make sure you're okay. Sometimes when I don't understand stuff vertically, I try to look at it horizontally. You get what I'm saying? To kind of make a comparison to like, how can I understand this thought? You know what I'm saying? So this song is basically telling me to look within myself and really examine myself. Examine what I'm doing. You examine what you're doing. I'm in examine what I'm doing. And I got to call myself out. I have to really put some stuff in check that, yeah, I know that this ain't right, but I'm going to call it out. Because you got to. That's the only way you're going to get better. That's the only way you're going to purify yourself. And that's just the truth, man. And if you listen to Uncle Reese on this song when he first came on, he said, tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. It's like we get so busy in life to where we forget about the mission and we think about our own legacy. Just like you said, we're thinking about what we're doing, what we're going to leave behind, what goals we're going to reach, and how we should do it. Following following a phrase, or like you say, a Christian, following that mode, but we're really working, but are we really working the way God intended it for us to work? You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes it can be a thin line between, doing what God said to do and doing what the goals you want to set out, but if you're led by God, I feel like a song like this will come around and bring you back to reality if your heart is pure in your mission and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you have a pure heart, I believe God will send you conviction, and that's what conviction is for you to be like, okay, let me step back and check myself. So if you are in the battle right now feeling like something that you're doing is wrong, maybe check yourself. That may be God telling you, hey, not right now, or don't go this route, or if something is not working right, don't be hard on yourself. Examine yourself. See what God is telling you, because you could have got too busy, and that's human nature. That's human nature, and it's distractions. If you're doing something from your heart and you know that you're at a place and you're frustrated, just take a step back. See what God's saying. He might just be saying, slow down a little bit. This is where you need to be right now. Hold up. This is the delay, not a denial. Sometimes it could be a no. I don't want you to go there. So I don't want to get on here and sound like I'm prosperity preaching, because I'm not. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to stay in a little place a little bit longer. It don't necessarily mean that you're doing something wrong. It could mean you're doing everything right, and that spot is not for you. And I know when you're in it, you don't want to hear that. I know, because I've been there. I think I'm there now. But I got to take the time out and say, hey, what is it that I need to be listening for? Okay, God, what am I doing that you don't want me to be doing? What do you want me to do? And it's funny that I'm saying that now, because I was talking to my cousin the other week on the phone, and she was telling me how she's going back to school. She don't know why she's going. She said, but she feel like God is leading her there. She said she just gonna follow the plan. So I don't think she had no idea that in 2021 she would be back in college pursuing the degree she's pursuing. But she's there, and she's just gonna see what God's gonna take her. So hey, go for it, But I always appreciate Uncle Reese, and I feel like he's a solid dude, and he give you good music, and he's giving you some music for you to check yourself, so you can have the opportunity to grow and learn and be able to take that and teach somebody else how to do it. So that's what I got for it. Drop me something in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Until the next time, peace.
How do you spend it? I hear you saying that you love me, but we haven't talked in a minute.